In my humble opinion, experience is one of the best teachers, and learning from those who have more of it is a good way to develop your own skills. And even though I'm recommending these books for an educational reason, I'm also keeping with the theme of this channel of entertainment and education. So the first one I'm presenting is On Writing by Stephen King. While most outside of the writing journey might not find this one exciting, I thought it was incredible. Especially when I was going through my first round in the query process where I was finding myself getting rejected a lot. As a matter of fact, I have a whole email folder filled with hundreds of rejections. Most of them were your generic rejection letters, but a few were filled with bits of information and suggestions that I cherish to this day. And after reading this book, I learned that the great Stephen King himself, my hero, endured the same exact process. And that personally helped me a lot with learning how to remove my ego, something that all writers eventually have to learn in this process, and developing a thicker skin to get the job done. And I credit the success I got with the second round of querying to this book and learning the process and how everything goes, especially with the inspiration that it provided. So that's how it helped me, but On Writing is ultimately a guide to the fiction writer's process of becoming a professional. Of course, not all the information you're going to find in On Writing will be practical for you. Not everyone's capable of writing for 8 hours a day. Some people have families, pets, jobs, business affairs, and other hobbies that they have to attend to. So my advice, first and foremost, when reading this book, is to understand that everyone's writing journey is different. So the vast wealth of knowledge you will gain from this book, you're going to have to learn how to taper and apply to fitting your life and your journey. Deluxe Darkness, an anthology by Collective Tales Publishing. For me, this book was a wonderful throwback to the horror anthologies that I used to read as a kid. I would read them from cover to cover and enjoy them and love each and every different story and what they provided. Albeit, in this book, the content is more sophisticated and thoroughly written. And I must say, I had a blast reading it. Now, this anthology covers many styles of horror from various authors. So there's lots of examples to learn from, especially some key standouts in psychological horror that keep the reader guessing. There are over 40 stories in here, and Plague Doc, what are you doing here, bud? Alright, well, if you're gonna be here, just here, hand me the next book and then we'll get this. Plague Doc. Fine, I'll do it myself. Hacked in 2, presented by Gloomhouse Publishing. Now, these are 2 novellas in one, and the first is Red Falls by James G. Carlson, and the second is Deacon by Damon Manx. Now, I don't know where to begin. This was an incredible read. I don't want to ruin it for anyone. I think you guys should honestly read this one. It was a master class in horror. Exactly a lot of things that I like to talk about when it comes to the philosophy on how to write sophisticated horror for your audience. They managed to weave in different nuances, giving the reader a roller coaster that's up and down, while bringing other elements in to pull them away from the initial scare that you would be anticipating before drawing you back in and inevitably hitting you to a point where you can't avoid it emotionally. It is very well done, and I can't stress it enough. As an individual that may be starting out writing, I would advise that you read this book and learn how to incorporate the other aspects of writing with your horror. That way you don't write something that is just strictly a kill list and it just becomes predictable over time. One of the things that Carlson and Manx are able to do is keep the reader off balance so that you don't know what to expect while maintaining a creep factor that will leave you wondering what's going to happen next. This is writing fear and horror at its best. I can't stress it enough. Get your own copy of this book, of all of these books, as soon as you can. And may these suggestions help you along with your writing journey, my friends. Good luck to you. Take care.